Okay. In about an hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take, I'm going to be doing my prizing, specifically scholar prizing, which is part of my HEMA Club's internal ranking, where I have to demonstrate that I know the basics of Myers Longsword with continuous sparring for 15 minutes. Now, does this have any significance outside my club? No. Does it give me any special powers or benefits within my club? Also no. But is it a goal that some people like to work towards and still an accomplishment and an opportunity to show off your skills to the rest of the club? Yes. So eventually I'm sure I'll be excited. Right now I am bloody terrified. So we will see how this is, especially considering that a month ago I had a pretty nasty bike crash. I'm mostly okay, but I bruised my ribs so badly and they're still a little sore, so this is gonna be interesting. Alright, let's see how this goes, I guess. Okay, guess it's nearly time to go. May the Myers Square guide my way, I guess. And yes, that's in my view, easier to understand Myers Square that one of the coaches provided, because the actual Myers Square messes with my brain, which is probably not great when you need to basically show that you know the basics of Myers Longsword. Alright, reprising in a moment.
Prizes. We're going to be getting underway shortly. Remember, this is not although we call it a grade, it's not an assessment. No one's keeping score. We're not here to win bouts as such. These challenges have been briefed to challenge you, but not try and help. The idea is not to try and just exhaust you with intensity. If you feel that the intensity is creeping up to a level you're comfortable with, you can call a pause and ask for the preparation close. Each challenger is going to give you a 3-minute bout. Chris and I will be calling last exchange for each one, and then you'll reset. Alright. Right, we have no challenges for each piece. Is everyone happy with the length of the piece?
You'll get better as you say.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, enjoy both. Chris, time.
And start! There we go. Good. Good.
Yes, lovely.
Last exchange.
guys.
Well done.
Last exchange.
Like we have any choice. Okay, you're straight up. All right.
Stop running away, Dando.
Get back in the peace, Dando!
Last exchange.
For real this time!
Oh no, last. No, take Steve Max. Come on, last exchange. I've been waiting for.
You ran across the hall.
The advantage. Get out of here.
Prizes, you're also have the challenges, the challenges, and the different and have a little chat and compare notes. We've got about 5-10 minutes and then we'll come point.
Keep fighting.
A lot of water and just chill. Okay.
Oh, well, they all plan on how to execute us.
You don't need any of that. Just go water immediately. That's your first thing.
It's over.
Right, so, is it our new scholars? Right, so,
They have been measured. They have been found scholarly.
yeah, so the actual secret thing is how many questions you ask us about book purchases, and that's how you become a scholar. We only ask you to fight for Fector, because we feel that has to be descriptive. Yeah, so both of you have been with us for what, year?
1 year, 3 months, and 13 days.
Not that anybody's keeping count.
What do you
Joined us
expect of
both
me?
in September 2024. Have both been very consistent in 2024. So, actually, my notes by the quantity of bread that they are fencing for 15 minutes continuously, as it turns out, is hard. So, like I said, the prizing is a culmination of like process. I think it's a chance to show off and do something hard. So this isn't just a one and done. There's been like quite a focused period of trying to get feedback from coaches and working on problem points, which is kind of what the prizing is there to get you to do, is to be there. Most importantly, one of you take that. The other one of you will get it later. You'll get another one later. Come on. Tom will get one in the new year. Most importantly, give them a round of applause. Right, go back to work.
Nice work.
Thank you, Carl. Well done.
So I just got home from the prizing, and I just wanted to share a few thoughts, kind of post-mortem before I throw myself into a shower. So not very organized. Definitely exhausting. My arms in particular were suffering. But it was more enjoyable than I thought. Had a good mix of challengers, so it's kind of neat to see how I could approach them, and they seemed weirdly enthusiastic about getting bonked. Fair enough. And yeah, I've been kind of waiting for this for a while, so that's really exciting. Afterwards, the kind of Master of Arms, head coach, however you call it, came up to me, gave me some good feedback, some things I've done well, some things I could improve, particularly my structure definitely has room for improvement, and a few other bits as well. So definitely things to work on, especially as I prepare for tournaments. I've got one coming up in a couple of months, so that's exciting. I may have other thoughts later, right now I need to throw myself into a shower because I need a shower and I also need tea and a snack. And then I need to sleep because I'm so tired. But really, really excited. Yeah, so prizing done. 15 minutes continuous sparring. That was brutal. Let's do that again. No, not anytime soon. That's ways away before I even think of doing another prizing or anything like that. All right, I guess take care.